far?
It's dope so far. I just landed, kind of came straight into this, played a game of 2K.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Terrific shot of Nathan Phillips Square here in downtown Toronto. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, 2 years after their first title, the Raptors last season missed the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. Fred VanVleet said people are overlooking us again, which is not a bad place to be in. Kevin, this front office finds diamonds in the rough, so it's only a matter of time before they're back in the mix.
I agree, David. They are a quality organization. They always find a way. Thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Yusuf Nurkic, Josh Hart out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2 guard. And for Toronto, guard spots filled by VanVleet and Trent. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. We should see a ton of three-point attempts tonight, Chris. You played with some great shooters in your career. How would some of them fare, you think, in this three-point shooting era?
I mean, I played with some great players. Shout out to all my teammates that could shoot. Let me start my rookie year. We go with Mr. Keith Jennings. How about Chris Mullin? You heard of that guy? Yeah, Peja, you too. Oh, I can't forget Tracy Murray. Tim Legler. He won the NBA, not only three-point shooting contest, and I think he led the season in percentage. Now, I played with some shooters, man. Shout out.
The Blazers on offense. Lillard from outside. Siakam pulls it in. Barnes right side. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And Toronto has possession. Passes it to VanVleet. From deep three-point range, and it's Portland with the rebound. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And along with production, this team really thrives on VanVleet's leadership.
He sets a great example with his toughness, his dedication, and his teammates believe in him and believe they're going to win, partly because of him.
And the dunk by Barnes.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Simons. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Barnes finds VanVleet. Now, here's Siakam. Not a lot of room. Barnes right side. For 3, VanVleet sinks the three-pointer.
And count on VanVleet to hit that three-point shot. He's an efficient scorer from beyond the arc.
Pass to Simons. This one for 3. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Now, here's Siakam. Shoots over Nurkic. Shots good by Siakam.
And Siakam always has options in the mid-range. He's a talented shooter who can make that shot.
2 minutes left.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Good on the three-point shot.
And the all-around game of Siakam is so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Floats it up there for Nurkic.
Oh, what a pass, and then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Barnes finds Anunoby. Back to Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to Lillard. 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. The pass to Simons. Here's Hart. And another three for Portland.
A lot of shooting is confidence, and there, Hart showing plenty of it with his rise in fire.
And finished off by Siakam.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other five in the league.
Fred VanVleet with the assist.
44 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Lillard, and it's denied. Sent back by Siakam.
Portland ball.
And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And Toronto making a change here. Mikhailuk is checked in. Eubanks, he's checked in for Portland. Little comes in for Anfernee Simons. On defense, the Raptors. They lead by 4. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to tracking the shot.
Barnes looking around, and it's Trent in the corner. It's not going to go for him.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. It's the Raptors. They lead by 3. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. Now with the talent around him, Damian Lillard able to play off the ball. He explained how that helps him get open.
Getting the ball later in possessions when the defense isn't so sharp, you know.
Well, Damian Lillard, Greg, accustomed to making shots with the clock winding down.
They have a phrase for it. Whether the defense is locked in or not, that clock is ticking down to Dame time.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Oh, yeah, love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Portland. McLemore is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Winslow. Then it's Little. And it's Eubanks in at the center, filling out the middle. Portland trailing here. Lillard on top, covered by VanVleet. Toronto's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. They double-team Siakam. Passes to Mikhailuk. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Hits the three-point bomb. Mikhailuk got 6.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Now McLemore still looking for his first bucket in this one. All that he gives them on offense, Siakam's ability, Greg, to switch defensively is key for this team.
And he can legitimately stay in front of guards on the perimeter. I mean, this guy contests shots without fouling. You love the combination of focus and strong fundamentals.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Pascal Siakam was the most improved player in 2019. He says, I love that I cannot be able to do something, but if I put in a lot of hours doing it, I can become good at it. The former 27th pick overall, said, not to sound arrogant, but I saw this coming. Guys, he bet on himself.
He did. He was smart. He certainly put in the work. D.A., thank you. And the Raptors with some changes. Achua, he's checked in for Siakam. Chris Boucher comes in for Barnes. And Flynn subbed in for Trent. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Johnson, he's checked in for Lillard.
Maybe it's not a priority from the deep. But come on, man. Gotta have somebody keeping track of it.
Flynn misses. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Pass to Little. Back to McLemore. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Johnson penetrating. And slam dunk by Johnson.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Eubanks. Johnson with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Johnson's shot is off. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. Down low, Achua. The dunk by Achua.
And you can always count on Van Vliet to make the right play. He doesn't make too many bad decisions when he's got the ball in his hands.
Trailblazers trail by 3. McLemore, the pass to Little. Johnson outside. And there's the drive. Got a hand on it. Toronto's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Luke passes to Boucher. Drops in the layup for 2. Now it's a 5-point Raptor lead.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
For Portland, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Here's Eubanks, covered by Achua. In the corner, it's McLemore. Winslow kicks to Little. On deep, McLemore buries the long-range jumper. McLemore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Van Vliet left side. 41 seconds left to play here in the half. Flynn misses. The Trailblazers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Raptors with the lead. Young outside. Siakam passes to Van Vliet. Drills the three-pointer. Van Vliet's got 6.
And you have to appreciate the confidence. Van Vliet wastes no time shooting the rock when he is in that groove.
20 seconds left in the first half. Kicks to Nurkic. Over Siakam. Nurkic can't hit.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
There's the pass to Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Incredible way to end the half. That doesn't only give them a bigger lead, it gives them more momentum heading into the locker room.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. After a solid second quarter, They've built their lead to 8 at halftime. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
They're running the offense beautifully this one, working for good looks. Their confidence looks sky high. It'll be hard for that defense to disrupt their flow.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Portland.
The energy on D stood for disappointing. They were slow to rotate. Communication was bad. No effort. I mean, the intensity on that end of the floor, where it needs to be, was just not there.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Fred VanVleet really making a difference here.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And that's somewhat of a surprise. I mean, but he's been really patient and unselfish.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Chris, congrats again on your call to the Hall of Fame. Not to put pressure on someone currently in the NBA, but does anyone out there now remind you of you back in the day?
Well, you know what, Kevin, I try not to look at it like that, but there are a lot of players that play the same position in which I love how they play. I love how Embiid plays. I see similarities. My man Jokic, I definitely see some similarities in the way that he passed and tried to make sure that we would point forwards. But I tell you what, instead of seeing similarities in anyone, I tell you what, I'm a fan of all the big folks. They flat out.
Guard spots filled by VanVleet and Trent. Anunoby out there with Young. And it's Siakam in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And they get it back for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. And here is Hart. No good from 11 feet. And VanVleet, here we go. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. VanVleet's got the lead up to 10 now for the Raptors. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Here's Trent. Misses the 3. Trailblazers trail by 8. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You see how assertive a player Nurkic is. I mean, it feels like he can score from these spots.
Anunoby, good.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Lillard way outside. And another 3 for Portland.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
VanVleet kicks to Anunoby. Back to VanVleet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Anunoby. And again, Toronto with the triple.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Watford. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Inside. And Lillard throws it down.
Solid ball movement there. I like seeing Hart make an effort to get into his open guys.
Inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
Yeah, they're going for the throat. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Not much in the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Ken Burge is checked in for the Raptors. Trailblazers making a switch here. VanVleet looking around. To the paint. It's tipped. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. .106 left in the third quarter. Anunoby.
Yeah, still struggling to find the bottom of the net from three-point range this half. They were much better in the first.
Passes it to Simon. For Birch. That shot, no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Van Vliet left side. Raptors moving the ball around. Young's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. She's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
Here's Ellaby. Covered by Birch. Ellaby, the pass to Nurkic. Just 4 to shoot. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Into the lineup.
11 seconds left in the third quarter. For 3, Van Vliet. That one, no good. Simons from outside. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Raptors leading by 9. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. We've got Johnson. Little out there with Nurkic. And it's Ellaby in at the 3 spot. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
Trailblazers ball.
And the out-of-bounds violation is going to be reviewed. Coach's issue, the coach's challenge to get it analyzed further.
And this is the exact type of play that I think is perfect for a review. Coach's challenge or not. I mean, you seldom get into a situation where it's hard to definitively determine the out-of-bounds call.
And depending on what point in the game it is, it can have Greg a huge impact on the game. So many games coming down to just one possession. Each possession so critical. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen, regardless of the call staying the same.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. He's guarded by Johnson. Three-pointer on the way. And it's Portland with the rebound. And here's the fast break. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Barnes passes to Anunoby. Can't hit from 12. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Portland. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Pass to Simons. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Here's Flynn. It's good from long range. Flynn's got himself on the board with 3 there.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Blazers substitution.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Simons from outside the arc. Barnes grabs the miss. And We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
And stolen by Siakam. From deep. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
He hasn't had anywhere near the same touch he had in the first half. 0 3-pointers in this half compared to 3 in the first.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure what this guy was in the first half.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 6 assists in the game.
Really the best result they could have hoped for on that possession. They get back all 3 points they just gave up and are close to putting this thing out of reach.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Nobody near Lillard. And he nails that one right through the net. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
But Lillard, he's an exceptional player. He's a guy you trust to make the right decision in these moments.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 7. 1:51 left in the game.
Fans in our section get free t-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Fred VanVleet.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. And here are the Trailblazers now. 7-point differential. And the basket by Lillard.
Once Lillard gets going, it's fun to watch. I mean, he attacks with such ferocity.
VanVleet against Lillard. Birch kicks to Trent. And the pass to Toronto working the ball around now. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. You can see why after that sequence. He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Young pass to Anunoby. The shot by Birch, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
The rebound by Young. Raptors leading by 5. Here's Anunoby. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
Portland's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. The rebound by Young. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote. I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
And he commits the intentional foul. And the Raptors with some changes. Siakam is checked in for Ken Birch. And it's Barnes in for Young.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games. Oh, that's just a terrific night for him from the floor, making almost everything he looks at.
Barnes passes to Siakam. That one falls. And the Raptors lead by 8.
It's important that Siakam plays with confidence from there. I mean, when he does, the results are often like that one.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They trail by 8. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, it's so important at this stage in the game for everyone to be on the same page and working together.
Passes it to Ellaby. Misses the deep 3-point attempt. And so it's Toronto winning this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.